So, she should be alert about the preconception period. Usually, before 3 months, she should come to us to check her health status and to correct her if any problem. You know the tablet folic acid. What is the role of the folic acid? You know that one? Folic acid, what is this? One of the vitamin, and it prevent, if anyone take from the preconception period, there is the sometimes congenital anomalies like spinal bifida and other. We can it can prevent the like spinal system anomalies. Okay, so we can start that one folic acid. And also it causes good implantation, and also it corrects the any folic acid deficiency. Folic acid deficiency is so common, and so preconception period is important. And you know about the you have basic idea of the conception and implantation. This is our basic thing, how the baby there is fetus development, organogenesis, embryonic period, pregnancy period, delivery period, and the puerperium period. Okay. And another thing is, now we are going to the that is gynecology subject. In the gynecology subject, we told that there is diseases of the female reproductive organs. So, would you heard? Can you say me any disease of the female reproductive organs? Ovarian cyst. Another. আচ্ছা তোমাদের ওপিডিতে কারো হয় নাই? আচ্ছা তোমাদের তো করোনার জন্য সব হয়েছে, ডিসরাপশন হয়েছে। যাই হোক, সো অ্যাকচুয়ালি তোমরা বলো ওভারিয়ান সিস্ট, আরেকজন কি বললে? Menorrhagia, আরেকজন polycystic ovarian syndrome. Good. And in outdoor outpatient department, if you go there, most of the patient comes with bundle of papers. They are suffering with basically simple problem, but going here and there no solution like this. Most important is pelvic inflammatory disease. You heard the name? Yes. Infection, so common infection. They come with pain in the lower abdomen, and they go to the different health center or some village doctors for the treatment, and no solution actually. They do ultrasonograph and they misguide it in a different way. So, pelvic inflammatory disease is the most common. You know about the classification of the pathology, that is diseases. Basic, what are the basic diseases of our body? Number 1, infection. Number 2, congenital anomalies. In the pathology, in the first chapter, this is written, infection and congenital anomalies, then diseases due to endocrine disorder, diseases due to neoplasm, benign or malignant, and others trauma, and then miscellaneous. Right? It is a basic conception. So, our reproductive organs, all of us know that our reproductive organs is divided. Female reproductive organ, you know that one, So, we have external genitalia, external genitalia, from this holo internal. Okay, you know all of you know this one, internal, external. So, if you start from the external, then what is the organ? Vulva, mons pubis. Okay, but vulva, this we can start. Vulva, that is vulva in the so many parts. What are the parts? It is mons pubis, huh? Mons pubis, then labia majora minora, huh? Labia majora minora, then clitoris, vaginal introitus, huh? There are others for vestibule and so many things. Anyway, basically we deal with this vulva, and then it is vagina, okay? Vagina, then it is very good cervix, then lower part of the uterus, okay? And this is fallopian tube. This is very good. So, we in gynecology we discuss with these organs and also pelvic peritoneum and other organ also that is related to our diseases. So, at first what we say the infection. So, if vulva is infected, what is the term? You can say this one, vulvitis. Vulvitis. So, you know the infection inflammation term always ITS too. So, vulvitis. So, vulvitis is the infection, you know the microorganism of the infection. How you classify the microorganism? Basic conception. Bacteria. You know it takes long time. If I say bacteria, virus, then fungus, protozoa, these are. And if you that is after that we can go to the congenital anomalies. There is sometimes there is congenital anomalies. Suppose labia, labial one portion, labia minora especially, and the more hypertrophic elongation. Clitoris there may be sometimes more elongated clitoris, sometimes there is some anomalies also there. And then imperforated hymen, you know that imperforated hymen, that is very common and it causes primary amenorrhea, cryptomenorrhea. She is sleeping. Cryptomenorrhea, you heard the name cryptomenorrhea? That is due to imperforated hymen, congenital anomalies. So, and then we can go through the what I say endocrine disorder, that is very very common endocrine disorder. At first the hypothyroidism, if there is hypothyroidism from congenital, what it be? Congenital hypothyroidism যদি হয় তাহলে growth development retarded হবে, তাই না? And it also affects all the organs. And then diabetes mellitus and other what I say PCO all affects our body. Then other that is what I say trauma. তো ভালভাল ইনজুরি হতে পারে, ফরেন বডি ইনফেকশন হতে পারে, যে কোনো জায়গায় লেবিয়া, এখানে লেবিয়াল ইনফেকশনে লেবিয়ার এদিকে তোমার একটা যদি বার্থোলিন সিস্ট, ইউ হার্ড দ্য নেম বার্থোলিন সিস্ট, বার্থোলিন সিস্ট, বার্থোলিন অ্যাবসেস, সো কমন. It is also external genital organ. So, you write the two term from here. This is most important, you should know this Bartholin cyst. You know the Bartholin gland opens in the vaginal introitus just below the hymen. Okay? Bartholin abscess. Okay? Another holo imperforated hymen, cryptomenorrhea. So, these three things you should know properly for written and also viva. Okay? So, now we come to the vagina. Here I want to inform you that one thing is so important. The creator of us sent in this world with so many defense mechanisms, so that we can survive. We can exist, overcoming all the adverse situation, body, soul and knowledge, and also the structure of our body. Our structure of can you imagine sometimes how nice our body and how the structure? We are doctors, we are medical science, so we can know, we can think properly the God how creates us, Can you imagine sometimes? You should imagine. You see how you differentiate from other creatures. So, in our female reproductive organs, so many defense mechanism. Suppose vulva. Vulva structure, can you say what is the structure of the vulva? Keratinized, stratified, squamous epithelium. Is it a defense mechanism? Of course, it is a defense mechanism. No? If it is columnar epithelium, it is easily vulnerable. But at stratified, keratinized, squamous epithelium, no organism can easily invade the vulva. So, infection is so less common. Okay? And then you go to the labia. Labia is apposition to each other, so that any invasion of any microorganism or any other foreign body not easily entered. And the secretion of the glands, Bartholin glands and other apocrine glands, they are also fungicidal and bactericidal. There is one organism, you know the organism sometimes also beneficial, Doderlin bacilli in the vagina. That is, they produce lactic acid and they maintain the pH, low pH of the vagina. It is also defense mechanism. Okay?